Hi, my name is Heidi Lieb Williams, and this is a glimpse of who I am and what I have and hope to offer you at your next event, conference, or venue. I am a speaker, advocate, and consultant for autism. I share my personal story, testimony, knowledge, and experience of having autism myself, being hearing impaired, and being a mom to two kids on the autism spectrum. I am also a business owner, craft designer, and actress, and founder of the Shining Abilities Craft Fair in Alaska, featuring artists and crafters who all experience disabilities showcasing their talents. I am soon becoming an author and a filmmaker, as I am currently writing a child's book and producing a film, both which are about autism. I know the Lord has provided people along the way to help me get to where I'm at now. He has opened the doors to have many people for me to speak to. I've had the opportunity to speak at conferences and events based on autism and other disabilities, and have been featured on promotional advertisements for events as well as on NBC and CBS News. I've spoken to police officers and firefighters on how to deal with people who have autism during emergencies and highly stressful situations in order for the outcome for all involved to be favorable. I have helped schools by talking with administrators and teachers to better understand their students, how to be that person that makes a difference in their students' lives, how it feels to be an autistic student, and as a parent, since I have children on the spectrum, I've experienced what it feels like to be on both sides. I've helped parents learn about their situations with their children too. I've shared with their frustrations, triumphs, and everything in between in order to help the success of a child and their family. Everywhere I go, I try to give hope by sharing my story and telling the truth of what the Lord has done in my life. I've not only gone into churches to help Sunday school teachers with special needs kids in their classrooms and helped kids learn and thrive in this setting socially and behaviorally, but I have shared my testimony to churches, women's retreats, and events and talked about growing in Christ through any difficulties, including autism. I would love to have the opportunity to speak and help at whatever venue you have. I know that I have something to offer from an autistic perspective rather than someone who is not autistic, because their perspectives and insights are different, although both are able to be learned from. My family is a little bit different, as we are all on the autism spectrum. I explain my family to others as being on a 12-inch ruler. It's something I comprehend, and pictures are how I see and understand things. Number 12 on the ruler is a nonverbal, severest form of autism who needs 24-hour care. Number 1 on the ruler is someone who has the highest form of autism. Under the autism umbrella, autism is just one of the diagnoses. There is also child disintegrative disorder, Rett's disorder, pervasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified, shortened of PDD-NOS, and Asperger's syndrome. My son and I are both diagnosed with autism, and my daughter is diagnosed with PDD-NOS. My son, when he was younger, was about a 7 to 8, but is now about a 4 to 5. My daughter was a 4-ish and is now about a 3. I describe myself as having been a 5 to 7, depending on the subject matter or intense focus, and now a 3 to 4, depending on if I'm overwhelmed or many other factors that have to do with autism. I know that with proper guidance and help, my kids and I will always continue to become better, even though autism never goes away. With each of us, people have doubted that we would be where we are today, but I know we have all improved beyond others' expectations to accomplish things no one thought we would ever be able to do. Autism affects each person differently. With me, I didn't understand a lot of things. Concepts like on, off, over, under, before, after, I didn't understand. And it was just some of the things that had to be taught to me as pictures with words underneath of them. I had lots of difficulties throughout my schooling. For instance, in first grade, I went to 3 different schools because they either didn't want to deal with me or didn't have the means to do so. I always have felt like I wasn't fitting in and understanding things that were going on around me. And I couldn't put words to it, but I know how it feels. Every now and then I still deal with that sometimes, although it's not as much as I used to since I've come a long ways. Sometimes I shut down when I'm overwhelmed, and I have learned when my body is forgoing an autistic meltdown. I love lists and function better that way. I comprehend things better visually and struggle and triumph in more things than time here allows. But I expand on this during my speaking engagements, questions, and answers. My business name is Puzzled with Purpose, Autistically Inspired Creations. The meaning behind the name is the word puzzled describes an autistic brain. It is puzzling to others to understand us, as well as puzzling to us to understand things as we are trying to figure out this world. The puzzle piece is also the international symbol for autism, representing connecting people together for the better of us all. With purpose is a part of my name because even though we are all puzzling, we all have a purpose, which is something to offer just like anybody else. My purpose is not only to share my testimony of autism, but also to share my talents, resulting in connecting autism and the community with hope that will make a difference. Autistically Inspired Creations describes every piece that I create, which is directly related to how we see things, logically, character, and theme oriented. I think in stories and pictures, mostly, and I use that to create quilts, fleece blankets, crib size to adults, 6-in-1 snuggle flannel and pet blankets, hat, scarf sets, jewelry sets, inspirational bracelets, tote bags, purses, and embroidered hand towels, superhero and princess capes. I flip furniture and autism, Alaskan, and faith artwork, among many other items. Creations are found at my website, www.puzzledwithpurpose.com. You can also check me out on Facebook at Puzzled with Purpose, hyphenated, Autistically Inspired Creations. Thank you for watching, and I hope to be help to you and to others very soon.